A fire leads to the evacuation of many in Winston-Salem and a team off to a great start. Here's an update on the triad. In addition, tune in to how you can keep your health high and your spirits lifted up next on Q News. 911 calls began for the Winston-Salem Fire Department around 7:00 p.m. on January 31st. What started as just a generic response call turned into a 4 to 5 day mission to calm down flames that had the possibility of ending in an explosive nightmare. This fire took place at the Weaver Fertilizer plant. I spoke with crew members from the Winston-Salem Fire Department and a student at Wake Forest University to hear about their firsthand accounts of the situation. Bright orange flames and clouds of smoke filled the air the night of Monday, January 31st in Winston-Salem, North Carolina. The Weaver Fertilizer plant caught on fire, and the Winston-Salem Fire Department was some of the first emergency crew to arrive at the scene.
Well, when I first arrived, I had to first figure out where our water source is going to come from, as much water as we needed. The amount of water that I knew was going to potentially flow on that fire, that was the main concern first.
On the first night of the fire, the crew used about 4 to 5 million gallons of water, but the flames still remained. There was about 600 tons of explosive ammonium nitrate located inside the plant that reached about 6,500 people within a mile radius. A number of those people were at Wake Forest University, which decided to cancel classes the following week and urged students to evacuate.
I think that first night, so Monday night, there was just a lot of panic because no one really knew what was happening. And there was a lot on Twitter about it. So I think that there was a lot of panic. But then once things kind of settled down and we understood what was actually going on, it was more just the air wasn't super clean. And so it was kind of a why would you stay?
Based on fire knowledge, the Winston-Salem Fire Department has feared that if the plant were to ever catch fire, scary things would happen. Fortunately, the plant never exploded.
I have a bunch of friends throughout the country that are real big into hazmat stuff, and they were calling me on Tuesday night saying how lucky we were, and they would give me the chemical breakdown of it and say it should have exploded at this temperature and about 20 minutes after y'all arrived, and somehow it didn't. I think Chief Grubb said it the best in one of his interviews is we don't rely on luck with our job, but we had luck on our side on that call.
The fire burned for about 4 to 5 days and chemical exposures lasted about 8 days. The investigation on how the fire started is still ongoing. Fire Chief Trey Mayo denies the rumors that the fire started on the loading dock of the plant. He does not know what the correlation is between where they believe the fire began and the location of the loading dock. It has not been revealed as to where the fire started because it might compromise the ongoing investigation. Although this investigation is still going on, one thing that doesn't need to be questioned is the camaraderie amongst the HPU men's soccer team. One player is making a comeback to the team for his redshirt season after transferring after his freshman year. JT Farabow has more on this story.
Everyone knows the cliche saying, home is where your heart is. That was just the case for Tony Pineda, who decided to return to High Point for his redshirt COVID season after he transferred to West Virginia following his freshman season. I chatted with multiple members of the HPU men's soccer team who all had something to say about how this team feels like family. With HPU men's soccer team, and they'll tell you that the team is like a family. It's no wonder why left winger Tony Pineda has returned to HPU for his redshirt COVID season after transferring to West Virginia following his freshman season.
Yeah, as soon as I came back, JG, who's the assistant coach, threw up a video on the billboard. That moment really opened up that it was why did I leave? This is home. So yeah, everything just felt like family. Even the boys, when I first came in, everybody was cool. This is the place, this is it. This is where I feel home.
Pineda's freshman season with HPU was extremely successful as he was named Big South Freshman of the Year. Assistant coach Sean Brennan says it's more than just talent that makes this program so successful.
I think it starts with identifying good people. What we do here is fun. You want to make sure that you're enjoying it, and that requires you to be around good people, good staff. When you bring mature guys into that environment, they'll give you the same thing in return and allows for the culture that we have.
This program now means brotherhood and family in a more literal sense, with 2 sets of brothers now in the team.
When you have an older brother and a younger brother with multiple years apart, is a natural respect for the program and a natural respect for what we're doing, obviously by their families as well. I think it's special to have multiple siblings in the program, and just shows how tight this thing really is.
While the official NCAA men's soccer season takes place in the fall, the team stays fit by competing in an unofficial spring season. To keep up with HPU men's soccer, follow them on social media at HPUM Soccer. Coming up after the break, Alex Gibson shares how you can stay fit by pursuing a healthy lifestyle.
Heart health is an overlooked aspect of human health, but what goes into maintaining or developing a healthy heart? I spoke with Kendra Matthews, an expert in dietetics, food science, and nutrition at High Point University, to hear more about what she had to say about making healthier choices.
February is American Heart Month. Both diet and exercise are important for optimal heart health. If you have limited time to cook, what are some simple steps you can take to have a heart-healthy diet? Kendra Matthews spoke about the effects a diet can have on heart health.
Well, for the most part, it'll be a well-balanced meal. Anything, vegetables, whole grains, protein, but it's really portion control. Not overdoing it, not being excessive. And if you're talking about doing something quick, 30-minute meals, anything that incorporates those components, fruits, vegetables, proteins, I think are good, in addition to some physical activity, at least 30 minutes.
With exercise, experts recommend at least 150 minutes of moderate aerobic activity. With the world being so hectic and people being so busy, you may not have time to sit down for a hearty, healthy meal. But there's a solution.
Definitely fruits, definitely vegetables. I think this day and time, this generation is more prone to maybe smoothies or, something to that effect, because smoothies are like a big thing. So you can incorporate all those things into, one kind of on-the-go meal. So I think with this generation being quick and everything just at a high speed, I think something like maybe just having some fruits and vegetables and things that could help, diet fiber, cereal, anything quick, but that does promote some type of heart health, I think is good.
February may be American Heart Month, but we should all try to keep our hearts healthy every month.
Consistency is key. Making an effort to make your heart healthy through diet and exercise will make a big difference. Another way to experience happier and healthier life is through the power of voice. The Genesis Gospel Choir practices their singing for important performances like they did this past month. Here's Lauryn Green with more on this story.
Many HPU clubs are proud to celebrate Black History Month. The Genesis Gospel Choir's performance of Lift Every Voice and Sing at the Black Student Union Gala is intended to deliver an inspiring and powerful message. I spoke with a few members of the choir to hear more about their experience. In honor of Black History Month, High Point University's Genesis Gospel Choir is excited to perform Lift Every Voice and Sing at the Black Student Union Gala. Many members agree that this song adequately conveys the history of African Americans in this country.
I feel like it helps you really see, because I feel like it's the perfect mix of, the dark sides of the past with, slavery, and then coming out of that, Lift Every Voice and Sing, that's literally, it kind of, tells the story of that, and I feel like it's probably really important to sing.
Other members agree with the song's meaning in standing strong and persevering in the midst of adversity.
I feel like it means everybody lifting their voice, like I said, in the midst of strife, in the midst of hardship, everybody lifting their voice, finding goodness in the moment, finding a way to uplift themselves and to get themselves through whatever situation that they're going through.
The Genesis Gospel Choir also believes that faith is essential in empowering others to lift their voices and remain strong.
With me personally, through prayer and just studying more about who God is, because the more I know about God, the more I can take His example, apply it to my life, and just be strong in every situation.
With all their hard work, the Genesis Choir hopes to have a powerful and moving performance at the gala. As the choir strives to make this a meaningful performance, dates for future performances are still tentative.